Yeah, I mean, the performance. I felt like we had good control for most of the game. I know we went 1-0 down, but not too much to panic about. I feel like the team grew into the game, and that was really nice to see. You know, in game one and game two, we got the results. There were parts of the performance that we were happy with, and then parts that we weren't. So the team today had a challenge. It's about every player in this squad being able to step in at any time. And the performance today, I felt, you know, in moments we had more control. We definitely took some of the learning from the first two games, and we were able to perform better and still get the result.
And you hinted yesterday at squad rotation, and you mentioned like using every player in the squad and letting them all play their role. Can you just talk us through the thought behind making the 6 changes today? Obviously, we weren't sure whether you were going to stick with a similar lineup to build momentum or, you know, use the wider players.
Yeah, it's a really great position for me to be in. The 6 changes, every player who started the game deserved to start. So it wasn't a token, you know. We talked about it before we left the hotel that we wanted to give players an opportunity. We've been together for 18 months now as a team, and we've taken step by step, and the squad is such an important part of that. I spoke about the importance. We have 24 players with us, and it's the importance of every single player. At some moment in this tournament, every player will step up in a moment. I have no doubt whether that is in front of you guys on the pitch or whether it's behind the scenes. So I really feel like, you know, the 6 changes, being able to make the 5 substitutions today, every outfield player has stepped on the pitch for this team, and that's a great thing for the squad as a whole.
And was it important for you that you didn't have to call upon the likes of Ada Hegerberg, Caroline Graham-Hansen, Ingrid Engen, etc.? You know, they're fully rested now going into this quarter-final. Was that a big part of you hoping not to have to call on them today?
Yeah, it was, you know, a really unique situation to finish top of the group after 2 games. I don't think any other team in the competition was in that position. So, of course, we took some decisions. But like I said, the players who started the game, they absolutely deserved that start. For us, over the last 18 months, we've been taking the steps together. So it was nice to be able to do that today. For the whole squad, I think that we now see that we can rely on all of our players when needed.
And it was another win, like we said, 3 wins from 3. But towards the end of the game, it was nervy. And do you feel like your side are kind of, they're very strong in the middle of the game, but do you feel like they do fade away a bit towards the end? Obviously, in the group stages, they can get away with that, but maybe in the knockouts, they can't.
Yeah, of course. I mean, listen, the end of the game was a little bit too exciting for my liking. It would have been nice, but that's football. You know, when you make 6 changes at the beginning, then you make 5 changes during the game. There's a lot of changes there for the players, and of course, Iceland. They're an excellent team. I know they haven't maybe got the results they wanted in this championship, but they are a very, very good team. So I think we were just a lot better at the middle part of the game, and then we gave them an opportunity to come back into it, and they took it. So that is a lesson for us. You know, we don't want to do that in this competition, and now we have the quarterfinal to look forward to. We have to make sure we prepare for all moments, like you say, the start of the game, the middle, and the end of the game. I often feel we actually get stronger at the end of games, so I think this today is the only exception that, you know, I can think of at this moment.
And just looking to that quarter-final, obviously, how close will you be watching tomorrow's game? Have you got a preference at all who you'd rather face? They're both top teams, but do you have a preference?
Yeah, no preference. Football is, as we know, it's so unpredictable. So I'll definitely be watching the games tomorrow. I just actually really looking forward to finding out who we're going to play, because we qualified after, you know, that second game. We've been waiting some time now, so I'd really like to find that out, and then let's have all focus on the quarterfinal.
And just lastly, obviously, we knew you were in the quarterfinal. Not heard too much rumbling so far about Norway. Do you feel like you're kind of going under the radar a bit, and would you say you can be a dark horse of this competition?
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, if you get to a quarter-final, you know you're 2 games away from a final. So for us, it's not so important that people speak about us. We're really happy with the progress that we're making. Our goal was to get out of the group at this tournament. Like you said, we've won 3 games. These group of players are the first group in Norway's history to do that. So I'm incredibly proud of them. And we just take a step at a time. And we're very happy to go under the radar.
Congratulations and good luck for the quarterfinal.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Gemma. I just wanted to ask you about Frida, her contribution today, please.
Yeah, of course. I mean, listen, we obviously had a very good team performance. We had some standout individual performances today as well, and Frida, of course, was one of them. You know, for us with Frida, we see a lot of consistency. She brings her experience to the team, and she did that incredibly well. You know, she was leading on the pitch, she was leading off the pitch in the changing room today, and she really stepped up, and that's really nice to see.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I mean, yeah, it was nice to see your captain and your co-captain really encouraging people from the sidelines as well. You know, it seems like you've got a very nice atmosphere within the camp. How do you see it there?
Yeah, of course. We, you know, today we had some players who are normally starting players in this team, and they had a different role today. So my challenge to them was to make sure that they did their job. You know, everyone is going to have a different role at different times. Am I surprised to see those players up like that? No, I'm not. You know, this team are incredibly resilient. They have a lot of character. They have a lot of togetherness. And for me as a coach, that makes me smile because they work incredibly hard together. And this tournament, we really wanted to make sure we could show everybody, you know, the type of team we are on the pitch and off the pitch. And we hope that to continue in the quarterfinal.
Has there anything surprised you about the squad over these last 3 games that you've had?
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything has surprised me. You know, I know these group of players very, very well. The last 3 games, we've obviously got the results, which is most important in tournament football. We have really high standards as a team. We've reviewed every game exactly how we always have. It doesn't change for us. We want to learn quickly and we want to be better every time we play. So we have such an open mindset with that. We have a real focus on how we do that. So that's been really consistent in my whole time here.